What's going, guys? It's Deathmonk here. Today we're going to be talking about something really interesting concerning Fortnite OG. First of all, something I want to bring you guys' attention to is literally it Wailing Woods. So I'm currently making my way down there. Now, most of you guys will probably be aware, but Revan the Cube is currently at that location. As you guys can see, he's right there. Now, a patch update just recently went live in the last wee bit. So first of the update is the red blood coloured moon in the sky at the moment, so that is really interesting to think about. Now, the last time we seen a red moon like that is during during Cador Thorn's time on the island, if you guys probably remember that. Now, another patch update I want to bring you guys' attention to is literally just over here, northeast corner of Whaling. Now, most of you guys will probably remember a number of months ago now, you may remember the Morse code flashing bunker. Now, as you guys can see, it's no longer the case. It's now a red glowing bunker, which is really interesting to think about here, guys. As you guys can see, it's indestructible, so obviously this is tied into the storyline. But if you guys remember back in the days of Fortnite, this never glowed at all. So this is new, guys. So that is really interesting. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of this in the comments box down below. You see, it's really giving off a bright red glow. Now, whether this has anything to do, I was going to say, there's no way it's back to sun already. But as you guys can see, there's the red moon once again, consistently moving around the map. Really interesting stuff there. So that is really interesting. I just want to bring your attention to these theories that's currently going around the Fortnite community at the moment, saying, oh yeah, is Fortnite dead, is Fortnite this, is Fortnite that, because of the low player counts that people are currently experiencing in Fortnite at the moment. Now, recently, Fortnite's been a bit of a low recently when it comes to player count because of several things. Like, people are claiming there's nothing being done about certain updates, they've lost interest because of the storyline, things like that. So, these are ways I believe Fortnite can be saved at this present moment. One of which is less collaborations. Now, don't get me wrong, I liked I won't say OG, but all the OG collaborations. So the superheroes, including Marvel, as you guys can see, Revan the Cube's still doing its thing, doing another rune on the ground there. Very interesting. That's really interesting. So less collaborations. I feel the amount of collaborations we've been getting recently, I feel, is, I won't say destroying Fortnite's reputation. That's probably the wrong thing to say. But I think people are getting less interested because there's not many skins coming out for, let's say, Peely, Fish Stick, the 7. Obviously, we've had the 7. Oh, let me think about this. A couple of chapters ago, I would probably think. Then when Donald Mustard, the former creative director of Epic Games, he used to be the former creative director of Epic Games, but since he left the company, I think loads of people are starting to lose interest because the person that's replaced him I believe the person that replaced him, I feel, is, how do I put this in a as polite as professional way, I don't feel is meeting the same standards as Dollar Mustard did, with teasers, with what's going to happen to the Fortnite characters lore-wise, if that makes sense. One thing I think would drive loads more people back is being less formulaic. Now, what I mean by that is, if you think about back in the days, let's say, for instance, such as the end event from Season X in Chapter 1, there was a lot of mystery happening with the map itself, because when the end event struck and we all went into a black hole for 3 days, nobody knew what was going to happen next, whether Fortnite was going to come back and things like that. and I think lots of people love the anticipation and basically anticipating what they think is going to happen next with all the mystery and things like that. So that's what I think would make the game better if it was to carry on. Now, I think the love-hate relationship for Battle Royale could also be a factor. Now, with games like PUBG, so PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Warzone, I think less and less people are starting to play these modes, and instead playing like random other modes inside of those games. So if you think about, I'm trying to think of some examples here. But there's like other modes that other people have created themselves over modes like Battle Royale. I think it's generating less interest from the Battle Royale community. So that's hopefully something that they can correct on. Another one is making rebooting in Fortnite easier. Now, with modes like Battle Royale, obviously if you get eliminated in a game of Battle Royale, it takes ages to get rebooted if you're, let's say, squads, for example. If you're in solos, like I am at the moment, obviously if you get eliminated, you're eliminated for the rest of the match. If you get rebooted in, let's say, squads, for example, and obviously if you think about the amount of time it takes to actually get rebooted in squads, or trios, or duos, it takes a long time. If you're in, let's say, modes like Reload or Blitz Royale, it's almost pretty much immediate, I suppose that's probably the best way to say it. So you get to play more games, the quicker matches, things like that. Now, another thing which will be a contributory factor is, what's the one I'm looking for here? Less bots in matches. Now, obviously, as you guys just saw there, I just took out a real player. So, obviously, that wouldn't apply there. But if you think about towards endgame, where you're being like last 1v1, and 9 times out of 10, you actually do encounter a bot to kill as the final enemy. That is what I believe is killing the, I won't say hype, that's the totally wrong word, but if you think it's killing the accomplishment type vibe. So if you think about how you got the very first victory royale in Fortnite, you always thought that pleasure, if that makes sense, of getting your very first win in Fortnite because you were taking on another 199 enemy real players. But if you're playing, let's say, Fortnite at the moment, and there's, should have died to that. Oh, like it. Obviously, killing a bot as the final player is not as exciting as getting a win in OG Fortnite. So the way to probably correct that is, if you want to play against bots, do that in Casual Royale, if that's a thing, or ends up being a thing. But if you're want to play against all real enemies, then you need to have its own Casual Royale mode, I think, to combat that. So that's really interesting to think about there, guys. Another thing that probably needs to improve is better storyline. Better in-game storylines, so need to get the 7 involved, the Imagined Order involved again. Maybe even the Cube Queen, Midas. Now, I agree that we are playing OG here, so obviously these guys are going to come back to OG mode. But I think it's more about the Chapter 6 Season 4 map. So hopefully at some point down the line, I'm hoping maybe the 7 return in Chapter 7, which would make theoretical sense, I suppose. Apparently there was confirmation, or leaked confirmation, suggesting they're going to be returning, but obviously that's not come to fruition yet. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully that happens sometime down the line. Another thing I want to talk about is make sure that every single chapter ends with a major storyline live event, such as aforementioned the Season X end event, or maybe the I think it was Operation Skyfire. I think ended a chapter. Hang on, sorry, beg your pardon. No, it wasn't. It was the flipped event that involved the Foundation, aka the Rock. That was a really good end event. Star Wars, I don't feel was the one that we recently had. I don't feel that was up to par with those other two said live events, but really keen to hear what you guys' recent opinions are. Another thing that I would like to see improve is calling cards. Now, if you think about back in the days, I think it was like chapter 2, chapter 3 time frame, there was I won't say calling cards, that's not the right word, but there was like a little achievements section where you could like view, let's say, I think one of them was called the Ultimate Battle Royale Experience, where you had to rocket ride and kill an enemy while rocket riding. I think that was one that was the most proud of. Now, for some reason, they decided to remove that. No one knows why. Where's that shooting coming from? Ah, shoot. So that's interesting. So hopefully that comes back at some point down the line, I hope. What else did I say? So there should be calling cards to show off your Fortnite experience. So calling cards for attending live events or animated emblems. Because if you think about all the emblems at the moment, they're all like these weird paper-like 2D images that I just don't feel are... What the heck? Oh, jeez. Yeah, of course. So that is really interesting. So that's how I feel about certain things. Another major issue that I've currently got with, I won't say the Fortnite community, but no disrespect to some of you, but leaking and data mining events prior to them actually happening, I feel is ruining the excitement or hype for other people who are all eager and excited to actually watch the live event without any spoilers. I honestly feel that should be I won't say bannable offense, because that's probably not the most appropriate way of saying it, but I can't think of anything else to call it. But I feel that should be disallowed, or making Epic Games to have more stricter rules to abide by. So basically banning people who actually leak or data mine a live event early. Now, I don't mind about skins that come out early in the item shop. I don't have an issue with that. But live events, I feel, is just ruining the hype. It's ruining the excitement for others who want to be surprised. So my message to leakers, data miners, just basically don't advise us to not open Twitter or X or to stay off socials. The real thing should be never leak out anything at all until it actually happens in game. As the old cliche goes, good things come to those who wait. Another thing is maybe more side Easter eggs. Now I'm pretty sure most of you guys will probably remember the Easter egg which involves, I forget the name of those little creatures that appeared around the areas of the outside of the map, which name escapes me, but there was one which involves setting off a nuke, or there was that side Easter egg where basically you had to defend like an objective for a certain amount of time before the rocket shoots up into the sky. I think it involved the Singularity skin, if I recall correctly. So that is interesting to think about, so hopefully I would like to see things like that. Also, ranked mode, but with better incentives. So if you think about the highest rank at the moment is Unreal, and I feel there should be a extra rank, I suppose. So let's say maybe top 250 or top 10, just to give that sense of accomplishment to try and get the very high, like the best rank, the best rewards to actually obtain from actually getting to that rank. Because if you think about getting to Unreal at the moment, you don't get any rewards for actually getting to Unreal as such. But that is, apart from a pickaxe, which, truth be told, I don't feel is up to par with games like Call of Duty, for example. So obviously if you play Call of Duty, you get like an operator skin. Or with Call of Duty, I think you get like, let me try and think of what else there was. I think there was like an animated calling card, which I know is not a thing in Fortnite at the moment, or maybe an animated emblem. So that's that. It's like that kind of thing. I just don't feel that the amount of rewards that we're currently getting for playing rank, I don't feel is worth going for, if that's the best way of describing it. Obviously, as you guys can see, this obelisk, monolith, that you guys are currently seeing in game, in the snowy section of the map, this is for a certain collaboration. Now, if you guys probably think back here, now you can, if you guys make your way over to this location, you actually hear that really low pitched noise. Now, this black monolith is actually for a Daft Punk concert. Now, Daft Punk are a pair of well-known musicians. So that is... How did I just get an OXR rank here when I haven't killed anybody yet? That doesn't really make much sense to me. So that is really interesting to think about. Now, obviously, there's currently some stages in the in-game files with regards to this. And eventually we will see some sort of portal appear at the bottom of the monolith itself. Not quite sure which side of the monolith it'll be on, but I imagine it's probably going to be this side or this side. Now, we'll be activating at some point down the line, so that's going to be really exciting to look forward to. I'll keep you guys updated with what happens with that in the near future. Now, I'll be honest with you, when I was looking at the menu UI or user interface, I don't feel is particularly good in comparison to, I'm just going to put it out as an example, Warzone. Now, with a game like Warzone, obviously its UI is not particularly that good either, but I'm just using it as an example because it's, I'll be honest, if you think about Call of Duty back in the day where all the modes were literally down the side of the screen, and as opposed to across, which it currently is in both games at the moment, I honestly feel was better than where it is right now. So hopefully if we get like basically names of modes down the side of the screen in the main menus as opposed to going across like it shows in like Netflix, Call of Duty, that sort of thing, I honestly feel would definitely improve the user experience. Honestly, but I'm really keen to hear what you guys' opinions are this in the comments box down below. Now, I just want to point out a few more things. Now, the monolith, for those, as you guys just seen me visit a few minutes ago, the monolith over there has a triangle that when it disappears, it becomes a door. So apparently, towards the bottom of that monolith, there's going to be a door that appears there. And I don't know if we can run through it, but that's when we're going to expect to see Daft Punk make an appearance from. So that is interesting to think about. Now we're still waiting on the Red Ranger in Chapter 6 Season 4 to make it to be summoned into the Fortnite Island after killing loads and loads of... What do they call those creatures? Like queen worms or something? Or queen bugs? But that's what we're currently waiting on, so I was surprised that we didn't meet that requirement just yet, but hopefully we will later on today, fingers crossed. But eventually there will be a monolith countdown that appears above that monolith, said monolith over there, and apparently going to the in-game files it will say 09/27. Now 09/27 is obviously going to be referring to the 27th of September. So that's our... recommend marking down that date in your calendars, guys. Okay, get that. Get that. Get that. Oh, man, I've just quickly picked that up in a minute. So that is really interesting to think about. If I manage to find that, guys, I will pop it on screen or I'll link it down in the description. I will show you some interesting rewards for. I always forget the name of this guy, but it's the main boss, I suppose, from this collaboration that we're currently having with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But apparently he's got some really cool rewards for completing the battle pass. Ah! Of course he runs away like a scaredy cat. Get back here. Ooh. Okay. Very, very interesting stuff, guys. Okay, what else have we got here? Let's have a quick scanneroo. Just give me 2 moments. There was also a video showcase of the Monolith opening, which I will put down in the description if anyone's interested in watching that. We've also got some really cool sound effects. Just having a quick further scan. I'm pretty sure there'll probably be also all sorts of interesting stuff, which I'll probably cover in another video. Sonic won't have a skin, but apparently he will be getting various other cool looking loot. Which is coming from Not Paolo Leaks. So Sonic apparently won't have a skin, but apparently, of course, he will have those kicks. Plus numerous other things as well. What's that? Just got them off. Okay, stop that. Put that up as well. So we're only going to get shoes and car decals for Sonic the Hedgehog's collaboration. There will be apparently a Batmobile with Joe, which is interesting to think about there, guys. And apparently at some point down the line that monolith will start glowing. Oh, that's somebody setting off one of those airstrikes. So I'm guessing we're currently in like stage 1 for that monolith, I think. But that's interesting to think about there, guys. I think that's pretty much it, from what I understand. Oh, somebody here. Is he here? No. What the frick? Okay, I'm not hanging around here. Did anybody see him? Because I didn't. Now I'm going to hit this bunker down here. When I find it. Oh, here we go. Somebody here? Someone's opened it, haven't they? Flare gun. I should probably take that, shouldn't I? I'm surprised that flare gun did not pick up that guy at all. No? Surprised to see that's not even picking it up at all there. Okay. Like a revolver. Okay. Really, really interesting stuff. See if we got... I don't know if I'll be able to get there in time, but we'll see. There's so much more to tell you guys. I'm just having a quick further scan. Hang on a second. While trying to play the game at the same time. Lord Zed, I'll have to check his... It might be in the in-game awards, but I'll check that in a moment. Yeah, of course he is. Ooh, hang on. Where's that coming from? I hear him, but I don't see him. Right, I found his plane, but where is he? Or helicopter, whatever you want to call it. Down you come, mother sucker. Ah. Oh, you're gonna play with that stupid song, are you? Okay. So the Sonic Looper wheels from the Rocket Pass in Rocket League will carry over to Fortnite. They're part of the Rocket Pass over there, so that is really interesting. Once I get them unlocked, I'll get you guys some gameplay as quick as I possibly can. Now, I'll have to do a bit of grinding because they're actually at level tier 40 on that game, so it may take me a little bit of time to actually get to that point. I'll just quickly unlock everything I need to from this. No, you're not playing that stupid copyright song in my game. Thank you very much. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to quickly show you the Megazord rewards. Now, these have just gone live. So as you guys can see, earn 2 levels, which will get you this really cool looking power sword pickaxe, which is this one on screen right here. It's pretty cool. I've also got Megazord activated emote for earning 4 levels, so that's 4 level ups. Tank cannons, which is the back bling for 6 level ups. 8 level ups get you the Go Megazord emote. 10 will get you the Dino Megazord Rises loading screen, I'm sorry. So that is really interesting. Note it actually just said DNA 725. I'll have to find out what that's about. 25th of July, that's long gone. So I'm not quite sure what that could be about, but that is interesting. Dino Megazord as a skin, so that is for doing 12 level ups. Let me know what you guys' views and opinions are of that in the comments box down below. On the second page, you've got Lil Zord Battle Mode emote, and that's for 14 level ups. Rap Megazord is for 16 level ups, which is this one as you guys can see on the screen. For 18 level ups will be this banner icon. 20 levels will be the Megazord Medallion emote. 22 level ups is the Power Staff Pickaxe, which is this one as you guys can see on screen. And finally, for 24 level ups is the Dragon Zord Battle Mode skin, which, forgive me if I'm wrong, that does look pretty cool. Really keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are of this in the comments box down below. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. But I'm really keen to hear what you guys' views and opinions are there. I'm just going to wrap this up by playing a game of Blitz Royale. We'll see how well we get on with that. if you do decide to purchase anything within the item shop, whether it be the TMNT bundle or whether it be any of these no sweat skins, and also Iron Man, which I believe is still in there. Kai Snat's also still in there. Patrick Mahomes. If you do decide to purchase anything within the item shop, make sure you guys use my support create code in the item shop, definitely99 and it does disappear after every 2 weeks unless you guys keep putting it back in. And we'll see if I've got anything else I need to report. Delulu mode, which apparently is going live later today, I will cover on the channel, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I don't believe it's live yet. I'll have to look into that. Doesn't appear to be. I'll have to go back to my quest and have a quick look in a bit. So, and then we'll wrap up the video in a moment. So, we've got War Machine, Cover Jets, and Arsenal to kick off with. And, War Machine's auto turrets in the game as well. That's interesting. Invisibility. Burns up twice. We're getting our first reward for that. Alright, do we have anything in here? Let's have a look. Not really. Okay. Need to get some shield. Yes, please. Void Boon, got that now, nice. Stark Industries on the side of the building, you'd love to see that. There he is. Okay. So we've got 2 kills so far this match. Uh-oh. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Hi, how the hell were you able to see me? Ah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that comes as no surprise to me. Okay. What did I say I was going to finish this off video off with? I think I just mentioned it. Let me find that again. Now, just to point out, the Blitz pump shotgun is added into the in-game files, so just to make you guys aware of that, Blitz pump shotgun is part of that mode. Oh yeah, that's right, Delulu. I don't know if Delulu's in-game at the moment, but let's have a look. Delulu early access, so I will be covering that soon on the channel, so make sure you guys stay tuned. So that is going to be really interesting stuff. So those are the requirements that you need to meet in order to play that mode, and only supporter creator members will be able to play this until it actually goes live tomorrow. So just to point out that out to everybody, and also make sure there'll be no scoring or pricing associated with the event, but to queue up for Delulu you have to have voice chat set to everybody. So I'm just going to quickly go back to my main menu. I'm going to show you in settings where I believe this is. So, voice chat, I believe, might be in the... I'll have to double check this, but let's have a look. Voice chat. No, it's not in that. Voice chat, here we go. Now, as you guys can see, voice chat on my screen is currently set to friends only. But if you need to change that, you need to change that to everybody. So once you've applied that and then start playing the mode, that's how you get everyone playing those. Then you'll be able to hear all that close proximity chat feature. So just to point that out to you guys. Hope you guys found this video interesting. If you did, smash the thumbs up button, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.